So, good evening, Arunima and Navyansh. Welcome to the Teen Debaters Daily Debate. Today's motion is: should naps be considered a legitimate form of productivity? Arunima is in the proposition, and Navyansh is in the opposition. Sorry. And the structure of the debate today will be opening speeches for 2 minutes each, and followed by a rebuttal round of 1 minute each, and followed up by follow-up questions round. Arunima, you can begin.
Okay. So please, okay, I'll just begin in the self count.
Okay.
It's fine. Hmm. Beginning in the self count of three, two, one. In a world that glorifies hustle and sleeplessness, we have forgotten one simple truth. Productivity isn't about being constantly awake, it's about performing at our best. Today, I stand firmly for the motion that naps should be considered a legitimate form of productivity. Let's be clear, a nap isn't wasted time, it's an investment in efficiency. Studies by NASA show that a 26-minute nap improves alertness by 54% and performance by 34%. Global companies like Google and Uber have nap pods, not because they want sleepy employees, but because they know short, structured rest leads to sharper focus, better decision making, and fewer mistakes. A tired mind can't create, innovate, or collaborate effectively. Fatigue causes burnout, poor judgment, and irritability, all enemies of real productivity. Short naps, on the other hand, refresh the brain, stabilize emotions, and reduce stress hormones, helping people return to work energized and efficient. And this isn't a new idea. Japan's Enimuri and Spain's siesta show that rest and dedication can coexist. It's only our modern culture that wrongly equates exhaustion with effort. Recognizing naps as productive isn't about sleeping on the job. It's about working smarter, not longer. If a short rest can restore the human mind and improve results, then it is productivity in its purest form. Thank you.
That was great, Arunima. Great speech. I like that you've used the resource well. Now, Navyansh, we'll begin with you. Just give me a second.
Let me know when I can start, and I'll begin
Yeah,
on a self
just a
count.
second. I'll just write the points. Yeah. Do you want me to give you a count, or you'll give yourself a self count?
I'll go with a self count.
Okay, you can start.
I'll begin on a self count of three, two, one. Honorable Chair and esteemed debaters of the House, I stand firmly against the motion that productivity has sleep as its core. Productivity is not measured by what might eventually help us later. Productivity is measured by output, by execution, by value creation in active time. Naps are not productive time, they are break time. Yes, I accept that sleep is necessary. We all accept that sleep is health supportive, but necessary things are not automatically productive. Eating food is necessary. Commuting is necessary. No one calls those things productive. The problem with naps is that in real life environments, schools, workplaces, factories, hospitals, naps interrupt schedules and workflow structures. The document itself clearly states naps can disrupt collaboration windows and reduce coordination time between people at work or school. Productivity is not a solo sport, it is very often synchronized with other humans. And not everyone even benefits from naps equally. Numerous people experience sleep inertia, post nap grogginess that actually reduces performance after waking, not increase. if something can easily do the opposite effect? Depending on body type and sleep pattern, how can we call that productive time usage confidently across an entire society? In addition, naps risk creating dependence. The document warns that people may start relying on naps instead of actually achieving stable, high quality night sleep patterns. That is not a productivity system, that is a band aid for a bullet wound. And finally, productivity is also culture signaling. Many workplaces still see naps as unprofessional and unserious. The resource even notes that naps can damage organizational image and be perceived as lack of discipline. That perception itself has consequences: funding, trust, promotability, and leadership optics. So, yes, rest matters, sleep matters, but productive time is when we produce. Naps are preparation, they are maintenance, they are not production. Thank you.
That was a great speech, Navyansh. Um, I'm glad both of y'all did very well in the opening speeches. Um, Now, what we'll do is we'll begin with the rebuttal round. If you all want some time to create your rebuttal speeches, I can give you 5 minutes, and after that we'll continue again. Is that fine? Or you can just continue now.
I think we can just continue. What about you, Navyansh?
Yeah, I think we can continue.
We
I
can?
had written the points. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So, since the opposition goes first in the rebuttal, Navyansh, you can begin. Is that
Okay,
fine?
just a second. Yeah,
Also, the rebuttal rounds are going to be just for 1 minute each.
all right, all right. Mm, yeah. Am I visible?
Yes.
All right. I'll begin on the self count of three, two, one. The proposition is confusing correlation with causation. Just because the modern world glorifies hustle does not mean that naps equals productivity. Productivity is about what you actually produce during active time. That's why the term is called productivity. Calling a nap productive is linguistically inflationary. It's trying to redefine rest as output. They say nap isn't waste of time, it is productivity. That is belief, not measurement. Until naps themselves generate output, they are still preparation. Google and Uber having nap pods only prove that some companies can afford luxury buffers that cannot generalize to schools, factories, and hospitals. On call emergent environments, the document literally stated logistical limitation and disruption as a major con. Japan and Spain normalizing naps is a cultural normalization, not proof of productivity value. And finally, hustle culture excess doesn't magically legitimize naps as productive time. The existence of one extreme does not justify swinging to the opposite extreme. Rest can be valuable without being reclassified as productivity. Thank you.
Great rebuttal, Navyansh. I just ask you to be a little time bound because even your opening speech was a little bit longer than 2 minutes. You just need to mind a little bit, or you need to be a little bit more cautious to the time. That's it. Otherwise, you were great. Arunima, you can begin.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Beginning in three, two, one. The opposition says productivity isn't a solo sport and that naps cause grogginess. But a tired teammate hurts collaboration far more than a brief, refreshing nap ever could. Short, well timed naps of 15 to 20 minutes reduce fatigue and boost alertness. The sleep inertia they mention comes from long, unmanaged naps not power naps. They also claim naps are unfair because not everyone can take them. But fairness doesn't mean everyone does the same thing, it means everyone gets what helps them perform best. Just like flexible hours or coffee breaks, naps can be adapted to each setting. Calling naps lazy is simply outdated. Rest isn't the enemy of work, it's what makes quality work possible. Thank you.
That was perfect timing, I must say. Great speeches, y'all. If y'all need time, you can take 2 minutes to prepare follow-up questions for each other, and then we can have a great follow-up round. You can go off screens if you want.
Yeah, sure.
You have 2 minutes. We can have time until um, 27 maybe, and then we'll begin with the follow-up question round. Right?
Okay.
So we'll begin with the follow-up question round. Any one of you can start.
May I begin?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So, my opposition, a simple question to you is you'd rather have a team that's awake but unfocused, that one that's rested and efficient, because that's what you meant by your speech.
I never meant to say that I would want a team that's awake and inefficient. The motion talks about the relation of naps with productivity. That doesn't mean that naps themselves are productive, they lead to productivity.
So, what other methods do you suggest?
Can I have a second to answer that question? Yeah. Instead of naps, I suggest that we have short cognitive rest breaks, something like walking, sunlight exposure without work pressure, water refill. This resets dopamine and attention without sleep inertia. And mindfulness or concentrated respiration, as practiced in many schools, even my own. 3-minute
Okay.
guided breathing drops stress cortisol faster than a nap and doesn't break circadian rhythm.
So, opposition is the overall goal, the performance, right?
Yeah,
So, why not include naps alongside those methods since the goal is overall performance?
give me a second to answer that.
Also, while you're answering, you said coffee or walks work, but do they restore memory and creativity the same way naps do?
All right, I hear your question. Give me a second.
Navesh, I hope you're not using any AI model. Please
No,
refrain
no, no.
from using
I'm
any
just
AI.
looking in the, yeah, I am just going through that resource.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
All right. Hmm. Naps may support productive capacity, but support is not the same category as production. Production is when you're actively creating value, executing tasks, producing measurable work. Naps is recovery for production, not production itself. And The proposition said that coffee and walks cannot restore memory. They do restore alertness and cognitive activation without causing sleep inertia, as I said in my first answer.
Well, I never mentioned they absolutely do not. I was just asking, is the measure the same? Moving on, do you have any questions, opposition?
Yeah, for my question, I would like to ask you, if productivity requires coordination, how do you prevent individual nap breaks from breaking that coordination?
Please go again. Okay, wait. If what?
If
Are you talking about
productivity,
coordination? I just did not hear that word.
yeah, productivity requires coordination.
Okay. Okay, so by integrating short rotational nap windows, just like lunch breaks, coordination isn't broken, it's optimized. A few minutes of rest per person can prevent the collective slowdown caused by exhaustion. That justifies your question, I think.
All right. And what if some people experience sleep inertia instead? Can you still claim naps always increase productivity? And speaking of control and coordination, if naps only help when perfectly controlled and structured, why classify naps as productive instead of simply conditional rest?
Okay. Answering your first question, productivity tools don't have to work for everyone to be valid. Caffeine and flexible hours don't either. The key is that properly timed naps show consistent net gains across studies, making them statistically productive. Answering your second question, because productivity itself is conditional, meetings, breaks, or even teamwork fail when mismanaged. So, structured naps consistently produce measurable improvements, which makes them a productivity method, not just rest. So,
All right, that answers
you
my
have
question.
crossed the time limit, and I think we are done.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's all
For
my
sure.
questions.
Guys, you all were really great.
Yeah,
Just to let you all know, both of your
I,
questions were valid, and I really like that. Um, as per whatever I have heard today, both the debaters, Arunima for the proposition and Navyansh for the opposition, delivered really strong and well prepared speeches with excellent voice modulation, I must say that. And the confidence was also apt. So let's start with Arunima. Your content was really engaging and persuasive. It's supported by solid facts and relatable examples and everything. You spoke with clarity and conviction, and your tone carried enthusiasm throughout, which was great. To enhance delivery further, work on hand gestures and facial expressions, just like how Navyansh did. It was, pretty engaging. And a bit more facial expressions or just expressions in general will make your speech more dynamic and impactful. Also, pausing slightly after key points can help the audience absorb your ideas better. And if there were marks given to this content and argumentation, I would definitely give you a 4.5 out of 5. For delivery and expression, I would give you a 4 out of 5. And overall, I would give you a 4.5 out of 5. Great speech, Arunima. Really glad. Uh, you took it so well. Then, Navyansh, your speech was also very logically strong. It was crisp and well structured, which is what a moderator seeks in a debate. And you effectively countered the proposition's claims and maintained a professional tone. Your reasoning showed depth and balance. Um, just make sure that you manage your time a little more tightly, and some points could be shortened to leave space for a stronger closing line. Also, you can practice having more like less subjective answers rather. You got too much into context there, but you can probably have a little more clarity in your answer. So for content and argumentation, I would score you 4.5 out of 5 again. And for delivery and clarity, I'll definitely give you a 4.5 out of 5. But just manage a little bit more of your time, um, and I guess you will be good. And overall impact is 4.3 out of 5 according to my calculations. And see, honestly, both of y'all were great. Both speakers, both of you demonstrated confidence and research and maturity, which is what a debater should actually have. And the debate was engaging, it was balanced, and reflected excellent preparation on both sides, which was great. Congratulations, both of you. Um, I hope you all join tomorrow as well, because your speeches are already so great, your skills are great, and I hope you refine it further. Great debating,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to know the procedure. This is like I have to attend 5 debates, I think, to get a certificate, right?
Right,
So this is my second debate.
right.
So what is the procedure of getting the certificate?
So once you have attended five debates consecutively, you need to email our email on the address support at the teamdebater.com, and then you will be in contact with our support team, and then they'll help you further.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the feedback, and you're so